How's it going, guys? Welcome to this comparison between the S4, S5 and the S6. Let's start right now. Alright guys, starting with the size, the S4 is actually the shortest, the S5 is the middle one, and the S6 is the tallest out of these three. Let's go ahead and recap some of the specs that we are looking at the physical appearance of the phones. All phones offer Super AMOLED display. The S5 and the S4 offers 1080p display, S5 with 432 ppi, S4 with 441, S6 offers 2K Quad HD with 577 ppi. All phones offers right now Android Lollipop. On the S6 we have a 3264 or 128 gig of internal storage, not SD card. The S5 offers a micro SD card expansion up to 128 and the S4 up to 64. Camera on the S6 is 60 megapixel, can record video in 4K, and a new 5 megapixel front facing camera that can record video in 1440. On the S5 we have also a 60 megapixel rear camera that can record video in 4K. Front facing camera 2.1 records in 1080. On the S4, 30 megapixel rear camera can record in 1080, and 2 megapixel front facing camera that can record also in 1080. On the S6 and the S5 we see the fingerprint scanner, heart rate monitor. The S6 doesn't offer removable battery, and it's not waterproof in comparison to the S5. The battery it's removable and the phone it's waterproof. Battery sizes on the S6, it's actually the smallest battery, 2550 versus the S4 is 2600, and on the S5 is 2800, which is the biggest. Now, as you guys can see here, the thickest out of the three phones is actually the S5. The S6 is probably the thinnest, and next is the S4. Now, as you guys can see, the S4 we can actually remove the battery. We can also remove the battery on the S5. So, keep that in mind. That's something that we cannot do with the S5. As I mentioned it before too, the S5 offers a unique feature that we don't find on the S6 or either the S4, and actually not on many phones. This phone is actually waterproof. So as you guys can see right there on the S6, there's no access to the internals, neither to the battery or the micro SD card expansion. Now, looking at the material on the back of the phones, to be honest with you, I find the S4 and the S6 very slippery. On the S5, the material on the back is actually more grippy, so it's gonna give you better grip. I found on the S6 and the S4 several times the phone almost came out of my hand and I almost dropped it because it's so slippery on the back. Like I mentioned before, operating system, these phones are all now updated to Android 5 on the S6. The phone actually comes with Android 5 right out of the box. The S5 was updated, I would say about 3 months ago. And the S4 was recently updated to Android 5. To be honest with you, both the S5 and the S4 are working super good. Everything has improved, camera performance, battery life, charging time, and of course, all the menus, closing applications and all that has improved, big time after the update. So looking at the app drawer right here on the S4, we don't really have any options on the S5 and the S6. There are a couple of editing options as far as the app drawer. Looking here at the dialer, we have a couple of differences on the S6 and S5. We see the video calling and HD voice calling option, something we don't have on the S4. As far as the access to the tabs on the top for groups, favorites, contacts and all that, pretty much they look about the same on all three phones. Now let's go ahead and demonstrate for you guys the video calling option. And this is gonna be through Verizon Wireless 4G LTE network. The video calling feature, it's free, and it's part of the features that Verizon offers. So as you guys can see, basically you can use your front-facing camera. You can also switch to the rear camera to do video calling. Again, this is through Verizon network. Alright, so another feature that all phones offer, it's the multi-window feature, which allows you to split the screen in two and being able to see two applications at the same time. Here's how it works with the S4. So as you guys can see, we have YouTube and Facebook. Here's the S5. On the S5, we can click on also recent applications and click on the equal sign, which is a sign for multi-window after Android 5 Lollipop, and split the screen in two. Now with the S5, we can also access the multi-window feature by hard pressing the back button, as you guys can see right there. Now on the S6, pretty much the same way, just press the recent applications and click on the equal sign, and then click on a second application to be able to split the screen in two. So another cool feature that we see on the S6 and the S5, it's the fingerprint scanner when it comes to unlocking the phone. So as you guys can see, this is really easy to set up on the S6. I'm sorry. It works a little bit different in comparison to the fingerprint scanner on the S5. On the S6, we just place the finger on top of the home button. On the S5, we have to swipe down the finger, and as you guys can see, besides the fingerprint, you can also set up a password as a backup way to access or unlock the screen. And here's the S5. As I said before, a little bit different technique. When you set up the fingerprint scanner, you have to swipe down instead of just placing the finger there. Now on the Samsung Galaxy S4, we don't have that option. Unfortunately, there's no option for fingerprint scanner. Now looking at the back of the phones, as you guys can see, the S6 and the S5 both offer the heart rate monitor on the back next to the flash. So let's go ahead and demonstrate how that works. And this is the application called S Health, and we're gonna scroll down and click on a heart rate monitor, place the finger on the back, and as you guys can see now, it's reading or measuring the heart rate. We're doing the same thing now on the S5. Another really cool application or feature that all phones share, it's the IR blaster to control electronics. In this case, we are going to demonstrate here controlling the TV as well as the cable box. So you can actually swipe down the from the top and get a quick access to the remote. Of course, you can also maximize and open the application. You can go ahead and control the volume. You can turn on and off the TV, the cable box. You can also type in the numbers to change the channel. And you can also access a second remote built in the application if you swipe in order to get access to the remote for the cable box. Really cool application, and it works really good. So when it comes to performance, I have to be honest with you guys, the S4, it's an amazing phone, but obviously, you know, back at that time, the phone didn't have the performance that we see now on the S5 or the S6. So I noticed a little bit of a lag when playing Nova 3. This is the S5 playing Asphalt Heat. When it comes to performance, I will say the S5 and the S6 are perfect, like no issue at all. I haven't encountered any issues with any Android game so far. Now, because of the 2K Quad HD display and the pixel density, as you guys can see right here with these high graphic games, with the S6, you're gonna have an amazing experience. When it comes to closing the recent applications, pretty easy. As you guys can see, you can just swipe one by one, or we can just click on all to close all the applications. Same situation here with the S5. On the S5, you actually hard press the home button, versus the S4 and the S6, you actually press the recent application button. Alright guys, time to look at the camera application on all phones. A couple of ways to access the camera on the S6. Of course, you can click on the icon, swipe from the lock screen. And a new feature now, it's a double press the home button, gives you instant access to the camera. So here's the interface of the camera. We get the access to the gallery, video recording, pictures, switching between rear and front facing camera. And here's the different modes available. We get the Auto Pro, selective focus. On the Auto Pro, or the Pro mode, I'm sorry, basically you get the option to customize manually different settings. On the left side, you get access to this quick setting bar. You can go ahead and access the filters, HDR mode, timer, couple of other things, and then basically get access to the main settings. You can control the picture size or video size. Now, taking a look at the front-facing camera, there are a couple of new features here with the selfies. This camera was updated now to 5 megapixels, and it offers a wide selfie, which is a really cool option. As you guys can see, there's a little square there. Once you tap to take a picture, you have to move the phone from one side to another, and it basically records a wide-angle picture. The other option with the just a regular selfie mode basically allows you to take pictures with the front-facing camera by placing your finger on the heart rate monitor. So here's a look at the camera application on the S5. Also click on the camera icon or unlock the unlock the phone by pressing the camera application. When it comes to the interface, a little bit different than the S5. I will say the S5 and the S4 looks more alike. We get all these different modes. You get the dual cameras, which is going to allow you to take pictures or record video with both cameras at the same time. You can also split the screen in two. And of course, you know, we get the video camera gallery mode on the right side. On the left side, we get the selective focus, HDR, and access to the main settings. As you guys can see, that these are the main settings of the phone. You can actually control several things here manually. Change the video recording size, which is up to 4K resolution. On the Samsung Galaxy S4, I will say the camera interface looks, I guess, more simple than the S5. But it almost looks like the S5 in terms of the modes and all that. We get the video recording icon, pictures. There's a mode. We also get different filters. This phone also offers the option with the front-facing camera to do dual cameras, which like I said before, it's going to let you to take pictures or record with rear and front-facing camera at the same time, and then you can customize or change the look of the secondary camera. Now, as far as video recording, unfortunately, for those of you guys that love the 4K resolution, this phone doesn't offer that. So let's test here the Google search application with the voice. I noticed with the S4 and the S5, you know, after the under 5 update, it works pretty good, very accurate, very quick. It gives you the results right away. Of course, you know, with the S6, no issue at all. I mean, it works just perfect. You can search for any information or just start navigation from the Google search, and it works just fine. Now, one thing to mention, speaking of navigation, again, because of the 2K Quad HD display on the S6, when it comes to looking at the maps, especially in the satellite mode, the maps looks super nice because of the resolution on the S6. Also, the speaker, the loudest, it's the S6. Out of all these 3 phones, the sound from the S6 is actually louder and better, more clear, I will say. So also, when listening to directions, when doing navigation, you're gonna have a better experience with the S6. Alright guys, last but not least, I wanted to mention this really cool application that comes with the S6, but also comes with the S5. Unfortunately, it's not available on the S4. It's called the video editor. Basically, it allows you to create or put together multiple videos. You can actually combine pictures with videos. You can add transition effects. You can add filters. You can add audio. You can record your own audio and even add music and control the volume of the second audio. Really cool application. Another thing is that the resolution for the video, you can actually save the video in either 720. Of course, you can do 480, but you can also do 1080. So a really cool application that we see on both phones. Why not taking advantage of the amazing cameras? Alright guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe for more, share the video to help others. Give me your thoughts and your comments on these phones, and I will see you guys on the next one. See you later.